Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
Andrew McCart, IFLTV. You already know, I'm appreciative of Sam Jones jumping on this call. Because how many times have I messaged you, Sam, for an interview this time?
I would be honest, I reckon it's at least, including the GIFs and the emojis, at least 20 times.
The emojis and the gifts, man, that's the only way you reply back to me. Listen, Sam.
Yeah, because they are funny, to be fair. And I do that to people. Do you know when I need to get hold of? There's a select few people, that are hard to get hold of in boxing. I'll just GIF the phones, like just rack it up with GIF. Oh my God, hay fever. Look at my eye, Andrew. My eye's fucked. Honest to God, absolutely killing me. But yeah, I love an old GIF. Yeah, how are we doing, Andrew? You good, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Just had we're going on holiday tomorrow. We've got a turkey tomorrow, me and the family. So we've just ate our dinner, just then some pizza and pasta and stuff like that, ice cream. So yeah,
Lovely job.
Cannot wait. And yeah, a lot to talk about, really. We got Sonny out in Phoenix fighting this weekend, tomorrow night, I believe. Jack Catterall's got a huge fight, headlining the new arena. But I'll start on the press conference that just happened. This Wembley card edition, Riyadh edition, Wembley edition, Riyadh season, Wembley edition. It's called.
Yeah, it's hard to get your head around, isn't it? Riyadh season, Wembley show edition. Let's go.
That's the one. What a card, Sam! Look at it. Were any of them fights surprised you that went on that press conference?
The one that surprised me was Hamza Sheeraz against Tyler Denny, because I knew it was done late. But I'm so happy for. Listen, I really like Hamza Sheeraz, and I'm really glad that he's getting the success that he's getting, because I think he carries himself really well. Hamza Sheeraz, I think he's a good ambassador for boxing in general, not just Riyadh season, because I know he's an ambassador, but I think he's a good ambassador for boxing in general. I think he carries himself well. I think he's well mannered. He looks the part. So I'm a big Hamza Sheeraz fan. But I'm absolutely gassed for Tyler Denny, because the guy's come from like out of nowhere. Like he's had a bit of an up and down career. He's just beat Felix Cash. He's on a great run, and he's got the call with life-changing money. So I always love stories like that, because that's what boxing can do, and that's what His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is doing for people at the moment. He's giving these people opportunities to change their lives, and it's a fantastic time to be a part of boxing. It really is.
Especially with these shows. Like I was in Saudi for that 5v5, right? Now we've got this Wembley edition show that's happening in September 21st, I believe. We've got Joshua Dubois, we've got Liam Smith, Josh Kelly, we've got mentioned Denny and Shiraz, we've got Josh Warrington and Anthony Kakachi, we've got Boatsi, Willie Hutchison, and Mark Chamberlain as well. So what an absolute stellar card. And there's a lot of fights on that card where you're probably thinking it's just hyperbole. It's never going to happen. Josh Kelly, Liam Smith, you put the names together, but you might think that's never going to happen. But we're getting the fights we want to see, and that's amazing. And I suppose I'll just stop with the headline act. Joshua Dubois, IBF world title, 2 British heavyweights. Does it get any better than that, Sam?
Yeah, amazing fight. Dubois in the form of his life at the moment. Anthony Joshua arguably in the form of his life as well. Yeah, it's a great time. It's a great time that they're fighting each other, because if Dubois hadn't have beat Hrgovic, then you'd be making Joshua an enormous favourite in the fight. Not a mismatch, but an enormous favourite. Mm-hmm. After Dubois just beating Hrgovic the way he did, you're giving Dubois a lot more of a chance. I still think Joshua is the big favourite in the fight, but Daniel Dubois is going to be a live dog in there. I gave him zero chance of beating Alexander Usyk. I gave him zero chance of beating Filip Hrgovic, and listen, he ain't got nothing to prove to me, but he showed that he's kind of come of age a little bit. Like he took some shots. He held the shots well. He's going to have to be a bit more tighter defensively against Anthony Joshua, because if he gets hit with the same shots that Hrgovic was digging him with, the fight could be over very quickly. But Daniel Dubois is a massive puncher. He's got a brilliant jab. And yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that fight. I mean, really, really, really am. I think it's a tremendous all-British heavyweight fight at the National Stadium. Really looking forward to it. As I say, I favour Joshua, but I'm not going to make the mistake of writing Daniel Dubois off, because I think he's in a great form. His confidence is high. I think Don Charles, even Kieran Farrell that's been brought on, they've obviously done something to his confidence. So well done to that team, and well done Frank Warren, by the way. I'm gonna shout him out. I said before, he's the best promoted fighter arguably ever, Daniel Dubois. So Frank Warren to stick by Daniel Dubois through the bad times, and there's been a few bumps in the road where he was getting lots of stick. Frank Warren stuck by him. He's got him the opportunities to get his career back on track, and he's got him another shot at the world title. So they've done an amazing job.
World champion. He's world champion, not another shot.
Well, yeah, well there you go. He's the world champion, but like, I suppose he is. I suppose you know what I mean, though, don't you? I'm not diminishing it, but he would have rather. To be honest with you, I wish they would have made the title vacant in the Hrgovic fight, so they give him his actual moment kind of thing. Because I think it really does dilute the moment. I mean, nobody wants to get a text. I mean, everyone wants to be a world champion. I mean, listen, I'm never going to be. I'm just a fat guy that's talking about it. But I'm saying, I'm sure an athlete that's worked their whole life doesn't really want to get an email or a message from their promoter say, "Oh, you've been elevated to world champ." I mean, he wants to do it in the ring, but I'm waffling there. But I'm really looking forward for the fight between AJ and Daniel Dubois. I think it's a tremendous fight.
Sam, I know you never mix your words, and I know you're not a betting man per se, but if you were a betting man, if you had to bet that house that you're sitting in right now for Joshua Dubois, are you going for how do you see it?
I think the fight's over in 6 rounds. I think Joshua wins by stoppage in 6, but I think Daniel Dubois will have his moments in there. But listen, I wouldn't be surprised if Dubois caused an upset, like especially how hard he punches and how confident he is. But don't clickbait me here, McCart. Anthony Joshua's the big favourite in the fight, but I give Dubois a lot more of a chance than what I'd have done 6 months ago.
I won't clickbait you, mate. Much. What did you make of the face-off as well? Because we're starting to see. There goes
my eyes. Honestly, my eyes are absolutely killing me because of hay fever, mate. Honestly, I've tried to shut the windows, but the pollen's beating the shit out of me today, Andrew.
We'll move to Scotland, mate. You'll be all right.
Fuck that.
That's going to be my thumbnail. See that little I'm going to pause it right when you went like that. That's going to be.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
What do you make of the face-off between the two of them when they were both going at it and Joshua threatened to put the chair over his head? That was we're seeing a side of both fighters there that we've not really seen.
Like it. See me. You're talking to somebody who likes that kind of stuff. I think Daniel Dubois. Listen, I don't know. Sometimes I think Daniel's got a bit of confidence about it. People are telling him be a bit more assertive and confidence, and I like that shit. I love this shit. I want Daniel Dubois to stick it on AJ. I want AJ to say, "I'm going to smack you around the head with a chair." I want AJ to go full NWO heel and forget about that stay humble stuff and start going, "Do you want me to smash this chair around your face?" Yes, we'd love to see this, AJ. I love that AJ, the landlord, Anthony Joshua, coming to collect rent at Wembley Stadium on the fucking 21st of September or whenever the fuck the date is. I can't wait for this fight.
That's enough said then. It's a great card. Riyadh season, fantastic, man. Looking forward to it myself. But I tell you what, a little sort of fight that came out of left field that I did. I'm actually messaging Regis messaged me saying he's landed in LA, so I'm going to do an interview with Regis Prograis. But Jack Catterall, Regis Prograis.
Oh, you're not on Regis' side again. Andrew, I'm sick. Look at the state of you, right? You are fucking, honestly, you're so anti-Jack Catterall, you are. You just want to pick a side. But I've got bad news for you, Andrew. If you pick that side, you're going to get fucked up again.
He messaged me, you donut. I didn't miss. No, listen.
Regis Prograis did not ring Andrew McCart say, hey, Andrew, let's do an interview, man. There's no way.
No, Sam. I messaged him, right, when Liam Parrow was fighting Subriel Matias. Remember when Subriel Matias had Regis on the FaceTime, right? So
you're just trying to latch yourself to a 140 that can beat Jack.
No, listen, I want Jack to win. How's that? I want Jack to win. I want Jack to win. And if Regis sees this, I'm sorry, but he's a Brit, and Jack's a real nice guy. He really is a really nice guy. He's done no harm to me. So, the whole story behind that is I text Regis with the Liam Parrow thing and the Subriel Matias, and then he messaged me a week later or a week and a half later when that fight was announced and said, "Bro, let's do something now. I've just landed in LA, but so it's not happened yet." So anyway, Jack Catterall against Regis Prograis. He's headlining the first headline boxing event at the Co-op Arena in Manchester. Wow, cannot wait for that one. Speak to me. When did this happen? Because you kept it quiet. You got a big mouth and you kept this quiet.
No. When I say kept it quiet, trust me, I'd have leaked it. I've got a big mouth, so I would have said something. So what happened is we wanted the Liam Parrow fight, right? So I said to Eddie, what are the chances? And you've got to trust that Eddie's telling the truth, and he's saying that, look, Liam Parrow, if he's going to get the government money, they need a huge name, American name that's coming over. So I'll be interested to see who Liam Parrow's going to fight, because Devin looks as though he's sulking and having a year out. Gervonta Davis isn't going to fight him. Lopez is going to want 100 million to go to Australia, so that's not going to happen. Isaac Cruz, maybe, I don't know, but I'm interested to see. But anyway, so we got told there was slim chance of that happening. Not no chance, but it was unlikely, right? So it's fair enough, because you understand from Liam Parrow's point of view, he wants to cash out, he wants to make as much money as possible, and yeah, so that fight was there. So I said to Frank Smith to his, he messaged me a week ago and said, Regis Prograis, what do you think to the fight? I says, yeah, good fight. And then there was no more talk about it. And then at the Birmingham show, the public workout, I had a chat with Frank Smith, and Frank on camera, on IFLTV, by the way, your man Pug was interviewing us, and I said to Frank, look, who do you think is the best available fight for Jack Catterall? Because we're not sitting on the sidelines waiting for things to happen. We're going to make things happen. And he said Regis Prograis, and I went, yeah, I agree. I agree. It's a big name. It's a big profile fight. It's going to be in Manchester. And within 20 minutes, the fight was done and agreed.
Wow, and that's unheard of in boxing nowadays.
I promise you. I mean, we're easy to deal with, Andrew. We're easy to deal with. Don't fuck him over on the price. Be straight. We'll be straight with you. And we are. Look, Jack loves working with Matchroom. Honestly, he does. He's very happy to work with Matchroom, because he's kind of found himself a home, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like he's very happy with everything. His wife gets on with all the girls in Matchroom team. Everyone gets on very well. So it was the natural thing to continue with Matchroom, and that's what Jack's going to look to do. And hopefully, Jack and ourselves together, we can go all the way and get Jack a world title, because he fucking well deserves it, Andrew. But look, listen, it's going to be the press conference next week, which I'm sure we'll have a bit of fun. But I know Regis really well. I respect him loads. He's a family man. He's a good man, and he'll flip him fight anybody. Regis Prograis. He's so game. He's tough. He's strong. He's a great former champion, two-time world champion. I can't say enough good things about Regis Prograis. I really do. I rate him as a person, as a family man, as a fighter, everything. But he's coming to fight Jack at the wrong fucking time, Andrew. He's coming to fight Jack at the wrong time, in the wrong city, and he's going to get beat on the 24th of August. So, I mean, sorry, Regis, if you're listening to this, I'm going to say the same thing to you next week when I see you. But massive respect for Regis, but you are meeting Jack at the wrong time.
Is it because Jack's finally had this consistency of consecutive fights? He's fought what? This
will be his fourth fight. This will be his fourth fight in
a year, basically, is it not?
Yes. Be his fourth fight in 12 months.
There you go then. See, that's what Jack's needed. Jack's had a long time off between fights and that, and I think consistency and having these fights is doing Jack.
Fourth fight in. So he fought Darryl Foley in May. He fought Linares in October, was it?
Yeah, so
was it October?
14, 15 months in, yeah. 4 fights.
Yeah, 14, 15 months. And then, listen, all going well. We want him to fight in December as well. So it's activity. But listen, Jack's making up for it, because Jack's career has been really, really like this with inactivity, and we're making up for it. These are Jack's prime years. We need to make the absolute most of it. Jack wants to be involved in the biggest, best fights. That's all he's instructed me. Make me the biggest, best fights. I want to be a world champion, but if there's no title available at this time, I'm not just sitting out waiting for things to happen and sitting around waiting for a potential world title shot. No, let's capitalize on the success of the last fight, and we'll fight the bit outside of the champions. Let's fight the biggest name, which is Regis Prograis.
A fantastic fight, like I said. And before anyone says, because you want to get me shit like you've done before in the past, I like Jack a lot, right? I know
he doesn't. Everyone. He doesn't.
I do. You know that.
He sends me bad messages. No, he doesn't. Don't worry, everyone. Don't worry. Don't worry. Andrew's not a bad guy, so don't give him shit. Give me the shit.
Yeah, give Sam the shit, please. No, listen. What for Jack though, right? Jack wants that world title, right? The Josh saga it went on for long, and you said yourself when I get the flowers and end it there, and I think it's ended, right? So for Jack now going forward, the Regis Prograis fight outside of the champions because Lopez is fighting this weekend, I believe. Do you know what I mean? Devin Haney and all these guys, Liam Parles.
See what I mean? Do you know when you said that? I think he's fighting this week. I mean, listen, one of the biggest names over the other side of the pond, and no one knows he's even fighting. It's a weird fight, honestly. It's a weird fight. I'm not saying, listen, Claggett. I always forget his name, but genuinely, I apologize. Steve Claggett. Call him Steve Claggett. Steve Claggett is not a bad fighter. He isn't a bad fighter, but nobody knows him. For me, it's an unnecessary banana skin for a star the size of Teofimo Lopez. I just think, come on. Be involved in better fights than that. But yeah, good luck to Teo. I really like Teofimo Lopez. I want to see him. I want to see him fight Jack. But the route we're going now, it looks as though we're going to be going that way. That's going to be breathing down breathing down Teo's neck. So Jack's got business to take care of with a great fighter on the 24th of August. And then, listen, Jack wants those world title fights.
Is it the right time for Jack to get to Regis? Because if you look at Regis's last two performances, maybe the Devin Haney and the surreal one, he hasn't looked his best. So is this the right time to get Regis?
It could be time to get in Regis Prograis because he's got a point to prove.
Well, that's true. That's very.
Got a point.
That's a fair point. That is a
point. Listen, everyone can say whatever they want, but ultimately, Regis Prograis, he's a phenomenal fighter. He's a two-time world champion. Do you know what I mean? A proper champion as well. Yeah. So really looking forward to that fight. Looking forward to see Regis next week. Yeah, going to be fantastic.
Good stuff. Looking forward to it. I can't wait. And it's going to be a great fight. I'll be at the show. I won't be there next week for the press conference, but I will be there on the 24th of August. Sam, you want to talk about Sunny, Sam, because he's up against it. He went back to Phoenix, the place where he got his first defeat against Jesse Bam Rodriguez. He's up against Adrian Curiel. Speak to me about Sunny. Sunny just seems to be any time, as long as it's a real fight, Sunny wants it.
Sunny's one of those fighters that, if you know him, he's a mad little guy, Sunny. Honestly, like he really is. Like but boxing. When he speaks about boxing, Sunny's he's a knowledgeable. He really is a knowledgeable guy when it comes to boxing. Like he knows his stuff. That's why he's a good pundit. You know, with Sunny, he doesn't want to be a part of like rubbish fights. You can see it. Like he either wants to fight the best or the second best. Like he came up short against Bam, right? Was it a super flyweight, the fight? Or was it flyweight? It was at flyweight. Bam's moved up. So really now, for me, Sunny's the number one in the flyweight division. And I think against Curiel this week, which I think it's going to go a very similar way to way the Wasim fight went. Where Sunny just clinically... Yeah. I think he's going to just clinically outbox Curiel and he will cement himself back as the number one flyweight in the world. And the fight I want to see next is the Galal Yafai fight. So I think it's a fight. There'll be talk of it going to Birmingham, but Sunny will sell tickets in Sheffield. So I think it would be good to have it in Sheffield. You could have like, I don't know whether Sunny and a Dalton kind of fight night joined together, but Sunny will do good tickets in Sheffield. So I hope it happens there. I think it'll be really good to see Sunny fight, especially if there's a world title on the line. But no, the way Sunny was speaking about taking the L against Bam, where he was proud of the scars, basically. He wants to be involved in these fights. That's how you take an L, like a man. That's how you take an L. You don't make it. There was no excuses. There was just lost to the better man. Let's crack on. And now, listen, Bam's moved up to super flyweight, which I don't think he'll be staying there very long because he's big and strong, isn't he, Bam? So yes, Sunny Edwards will be showing why he's the number one in the flyweight division on Saturday.
I want to get your thoughts on Bam and Estrada though. You talked about good fights.
I think Bam wins the fight by stoppage.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Bam's
a monster, Andrew. Bam's a monster. So I think, I've had a good look at that Estrada. I think Bam's fighting him at the right time as well. I think, yeah, I've got Bam by stoppage in that fight, in a really good fight.
He's up against a tough Mexican in Estrada who's never been stopped, though. He's
Yeah.
had losses, and they're all been tight.
I think Bam will stop him.
I'm going to clip this. I'll clip it and put it out Sunday morning. If you're right, you're right. You'll get your flowers. But if you're wrong, you're wrong.
Not as the headline title, Andrew. Come
No,
on,
no,
you get me.
Just this little segment here, I'll clip it and put.
Yeah, listen, I don't care about putting my neck on the line. I just think that he's getting him at the right time, and I think Bam will. I think Bam will do Bam will end up doing a number on him and stopping him.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to the fight. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it. Like I say, I'm away to Turkey tomorrow morning. But Sam, one last one before I let you go? Did you see this whole Carl Froch, Josh Taylor, Carl Froch, Anthony Joshua saga that's going on today?
Yeah, I think. Listen, Carl Froch is a proper wind-up merchant, but I like Carl Froch. I just think he's absolutely fucking hilarious. I can't help but laugh at that. Do you even if he spent half an hour slagging me off, I promise you, I'd just find it funny the way he is, because he just he just doesn't care, does he? He just doesn't care. He's just like, if he thinks something, he's saying it. Like, he's saying it. He doesn't care who he upset. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. So, like, I think it's dry East Midlands humour. So I know all about that. But yeah, I just think he's a very funny person. I think if he thinks something, he's going to say it. But I think there's always been a bit of, like, especially for a while, there's been a bit of a back and forth with AJ and AJ and Froch. So yeah, Froch is going to say what he's going to say. I'd like to see him like do less YouTube though, and be more back on the punditry, because I like him as a pundit. I do, Froch. So
I think he's enjoying his YouTube because he's got freedom to say what the heck he wants.
Yeah, he has. But again, I'd like to still see him back as doing a pundit as well. But no, I can't say anything bad about Froch. I just think the guy's hilarious.
He is brilliant, man. He is, and yeah, listen, when you got Anthony Joshua and Froch going at it's going to get us talking. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
us.
It's over. It's nothing though, isn't it? Because like, you're never going to see them in the ring. You're not going to see that. It's just like, for me, it's pointless. It's pointless beef. Like, you're both two legends of the sport. Like, talk it out. Go meet for a coffee or something and and hug it out. Or in Anthony Joshua says, smash round the face with a chair.
Listen, Sam, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you again. I'll probably leave you for a week while I'm on holiday with the emojis and the gifts, all right? But don't worry.
Is that an Everlast t-shirt you got there, Andrew?
Yes,
which one have we got? Right, listen, shout out Everlast, plug him up with the Muhammad Ali, the new Muhammad Ali range. I really like it, by the way. Yeah, big shout out Everlast. Hey?
A couple of mediums in, Sam, if you don't mind, mate.
No, I'm a bit more of a large, I am, so I'm a bit pudgier than you. So yeah, so I have to wear large.
I need them tight around them arms, you know what I mean?
No, I have to hide all the bad spots. My arms aren't too bad, to be fair. It's
I know I seen you up in Bolton the other week there, man. You're looking pretty half jacked.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we? I'm like a quarter fat. Do you know what I mean? I'm like quarter fat, something like that. Top half all good, still a bit on the wobbly side, but we're getting there, Andrew.
Keep working, mate. I know you've been in that David Lloyd gyms in Derby, so I know you've been working hard, mate. So keep doing it. And listen, Sam, like I said, pleasure, always a pleasure speaking to you, my friend. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll catch you soon.
Yeah, nice one, Andrew. I'll speak to you soon, mate.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Wall Street Memes Casino.
I'm fine.
And Sportsbook.